guys! In today's Sleep Stories video interview, I sat down with Andrea Henkart. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
And probably this is one of the, I'm on a mission today because I've got the 6-7 minutes with the lady who's got so many stories that could easily take like 2 hours, I guess. So my first question to you, Andrea, is if you could tell us a little bit more about yourself. What is it you do, who you are, in your own definition?
Well, I'm Andrea, and I always like to start out by saying I'm 62 years old, because that's always a shocker to everybody, including myself, because I don't know what that means. I really don't. What I do define it as, though, is I've done so many things in my life. I've been on a personal growth path and a spiritual path for over 40 years, and a lot of the things that I've done and have gotten degrees in and have learned about, people are just learning about now. So it's fun for me to bring a newness to what I'm doing. What I currently do is I'm the author of 9 books on health and wellness, and so I'm also a motivational trainer, so I speak and give workshops when I'm called to do that. But my main thing is helping people get healthy and have time and financial freedom so they can live the life they want and live their passion without having to do it for money.
Oh, wow. And if you look back on your journey, really, since the early days, what could you say that really triggered the interest into the field of mother-daughter communication, nutrition? Where does that interest come from?
Well, I always I think I made a conscious, I didn't think, I made a conscious decision to do everything differently than what the average society was saying. And so, as far as the mother-daughter thing, I mean, my whole idea was when I decided to have a baby, my first child, I decided I was going to parent different than everyone else I knew. And it just came to me really naturally what needed to happen. And at some point my daughter said, Mommy, we're doing things differently at home than my friends. Their parents are mean and they're taking their toys away. And that's when I said, well, we need to get this message out more. Why don't you come and speak with me? And she did. When she was 12, she started speaking with me.
Wow.
So that was a lot of fun.
Wow. So, and you two wrote a book together?
So my daughter Journey and I wrote a book called Cool Communication for Parents and Kids. And that book is endorsed by Oprah and Deepak Chopra, Stephen Covey, and Dr. John Gray wrote the foreword. And we did workshops around the world and book signings and had a great time helping families really get to understand each other and find cool hacks to bridge the gap.
And you've mentioned that off stage earlier, so you've shared the stage with some of the most, known speakers out there in the world, spoke to audiences of thousands. Did you, like a yoga teacher, you've got so many certifications that, right? But when you look back on that, what has been really the biggest lesson or the biggest learning that you've acquired through your journey of getting to all these places? Does it bring you satisfaction? What brings you satisfaction, really?
So the question is, what brings me satisfaction? Okay, so what brings me the most satisfaction is, there's a couple things in there, though. One of them is knowing that we have choice. For me, I think that's the biggest thing, and I raised my children with that understanding as well. We always have choice, and also knowing that there's always an opportunity to grow. There's always an opportunity to become even better than who we are, who we were. And the fact that I've done so many things in my life that people now are trying to achieve. They want to write that best-selling book. They want to be that speaker on stage. They want to be known for this or that, or be the CEO of a company. I'm CEO of 2 of my companies. And it doesn't make a difference. It's that, and there's so much more. And that, for me, I think is really what excites me now, is that there's always room for growth and sharing and understanding and meeting new parts of myself that allow me to be who I am in the world today.
And something you mentioned earlier as well, and it really resonated with me. You said reinventing myself all the time. What do you mean by that?
Well, because I think that so many of us, as I said before, we want to achieve something. We want to reach a certain point. We want to be that best-selling author. And then we don't think about, well, once I'm there, then what happens? Our egos get big and here I am. But there's this opportunity of life that just keeps happening. What I was sharing with you before is at 62, 5.5 years ago, my partner, my husband, died in a plane crash. I was married for 30 years to my best friend. He was romantic, he was loving, he brought me flowers all the time, we danced around the kitchen, we had great sex. It was a wonderful relationship, and it stopped cold. And what does that mean, especially for a woman, when we have to stop everything in our lives sometimes? We think, I can't go on, and I did think that. And the truth is, I had to make a choice. And that's what life is about, making choices. My choice was to take a leap and move forward in my life, being open, saying yes to whatever comes up, to be able to continue to reinvent myself. And I still am. It's like, who am I now? I'll let you know in a few more years. But who I am right now is right here, right now, who I am today.
Love it. And I think you just answered my next question, which is like, what is your definition of a leap? So you touched upon that. And I'd like to go a step further and ask you really, if you were to look at your leap, one of the leap stories, the most really impactful one, what has been the key lesson there that helps you, support you to live the life the way you live it today as well?
I would say right now in this moment is the biggest leap was letting go of ego. That's not to say I don't have ego. Ego is human, and we all have ego, and we need some to maintain who we are as human beings. But letting go of the bigger ego, the ego that says, I'm better than everyone else, I've done this, I've done that, I can do this, I can do that. We're all just human in this human existence, striving to be the best we can. Some people have this, some people have that, some people are better at different things. And for me, letting go of that ego and knowing that I can share and give more and come from a deeper, wiser, more heartfelt place where people will listen and relate and offer back to me as well, by letting go of that bigger ego of, oh, I'm the author and the speaker and the this and the that. And that honestly has made a huge, huge impact in my life and made a huge difference for me, because I can reach more people and I allow more people to reach me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think that's about it from my side. And thank you guys for watching. And once again, besos from Barcelona. Bye.
Adios.